This is our third 50th anniversary celebration at Community Access. We had two a few weeks ago. And just for those of you who don't know, so Community Access was founded in 1974. This is our 50th anniversary, and as part of that celebration, we wanted to make sure that we were including people from across the organization, because Community Access is the people. It's the people who come to us and receive services. It's the people who work with us. So we wanted to make sure there were opportunities to share in this milestone with all members of our community. And so we're having these birthday parties across the organization. So I'm so excited that we, are doing it here when there's a class in session and you all can be part of this celebration.
I just wanted to welcome everybody, and I think everybody in this room knows who I am, but I'm Laura Reimer. I'm the program director here at Howie the Harp, and I've been working for Community Access, I've kind of lost track, but for over 10 years now. And I had actually initially started working with Community Access in a peer role. It was working as a peer at the Crisis Respite Center. And then I've moved throughout the agency and had a few different positions at Howie the Harp, in housing, and then back at Howie the Harp most recently. And Howie the Harp, this program holds a special place in my heart, which is the reason why I came back to it after having worked here in the past. And so just to give a little bit of an overview of the program. So Howie the Harp, the program was founded by an individual named Howard Geld. He was given the name Howie the Harp because he played the harmonica. And he himself was an individual who had psychiatric disabilities, was in the psychiatric hospital, and did not like the way that he saw that individuals within the psychiatric system were being treated. So he said that he wanted to find some new ways for individuals to be able to get support when they experienced mental health concerns. And so he was a part of the ex-patient movement. He did some work here in New York City. He had gone out to Oregon for a while at age of 17, and he had also gone to California. And throughout all these places, he was doing work for individuals that had mental health concerns to try to advocate for better treatment, and more specifically, to advocate for the use of peers in the mental health system, for people with mental health concerns to be able to support others with mental health concerns. And that's what eventually led him to coming back here to New York City. And he came back to New York City in the early 1900s. 1990s. I caught that. Early 1990s. And he was going to be the program director here at Howie the Harp. He was set to be the program director, helped to figure out which students were going to be in the first class and all of that. But then a couple of weeks before the center was supposed to be opened, he passed away suddenly. So he was never, unfortunately, able to see the vision through to the end and actually, be the director here. But the program lives on with his legacy. We see pictures of Howie the Harp around the space. We talk about him regularly. We're often bringing up, are we following the values that Howie the Harp would have wanted to see when he helped to create the space. And, in my time working in this program over the years, the reason why it does have a special place in my heart is because I've been able to see how the program has transformed people's lives. I'm able to see how when we have a class of individuals who come in here, a lot of times people are very nervous in the beginning. They don't know each other. They don't know what they're about to get into. And there's ups and downs, as we already know, with every class has its ups and downs, but that's part of the process, and that's okay. But through the process, what we see is that people's lives are transformed by this program. And I think, one of the main things that Howie the Harp had in mind when he helped to create it was that, for peers to, of course, to support other peers, but also so that individuals with psychiatric conditions know that they can also give back and they can contribute and they can work. Because, a lot of times we hear from different providers or people that we may encounter in the system, like, you can never work again sort of thing, right? And so he believes strongly that that was not the case, that individuals with psychiatric concerns could work. And that's been my personal journey as well. I didn't always know, if I'd be able to work and contribute in different ways. And this program has allowed me to do so. Community access has allowed me to do so, because even with my own mental health concerns, I have a place where I can work and I can be accepted and I can be honest about my struggles without, having to hide behind anything. So I'm excited to have this new class. I know this class has only been with us for a couple of weeks now, so you're brand new, but it's always exciting to have a new class of individuals, because I know what's going to happen over the next, remaining weeks, the next 12 weeks or so that we have left. You all are going to go through a transformation, and you all are going to find work. You're going to find internships, you're going to find work, and you're going to be working in the peer field, and you're going to be helping to live out the vision that Howie the Harp had.
Speaking in public, possibly my worst nightmare. So thank you for sharing it with me. Maybe it'll be a dream instead. So my name is Tara Nakashima Donahue, and I'm the Director of Blueprint Supported Education. I started here at Community Access as a volunteer, and I ended up applying for a job as a service coordinator and working here starting, I want to say something close to 10 years ago. So I've been here for the last fifth of Community Access's 50-year existence. It's exciting. Is that right? The fifth? So I'm the Director of Blueprint Supported Education, and theoretically I feel comfortable with math, but I don't. So there's that as well. So I was a service coordinator for about a year, a little more than that. And then Blueprint's contract came into existence. Supported Education was this new venture that we were going on as an agency. And I was really delighted to be brought on as part of that original team. So I've been with Blueprint since 2015 when we started. It was the fall, and we started as just a contract. And so we got to build that up. We built that up as a team. I have my former and current supervisor here, Justin Barron. He was the original director of Blueprint Supported Education. And my colleague Jonathan is unfortunately unable to be here today, but he was also part of the original team. And so we've been here together. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, for about 8 years. And it's really been amazing to watch so many of our participants come in, nervous to be applying to school for the first time, and sometimes coming back to their goal after taking a break. And supporting them through course after course. We've probably supported people to complete hundreds of courses, I want to say, over the years. And we have had many graduates. I wish I had a solid number for you. I don't. But we definitely, we see graduations school is an investment in time, right? And so we have people who have come to us and they stay with us for years because they appreciate our support. Some people come to our program and just stay for a semester or two until they're confident to study independently. All of these are wins for us. Supporting people to make decisions around when they need to pause from school because things are challenging for them, and helping them with that withdrawal process is also something we see as a success. So at any rate, Blueprint Supported Education, we're here. We support goals of high school equivalency, vocational certifications, and college for people who have mental health struggles all over the city. It's something that we're really proud to do. And I have one of my colleagues here, Dana Levy. I also have Jay Windrow somewhere in the wings as well. And I wanted to introduce Dana to you all because Dana is a graduate of Howie the Harp, which is awesome. Give it up. And so she's just going to talk briefly about herself and her journey.
Sure. Hi, I'm Dana. I was in this building in the classroom in a different room, but a classroom like yourself, sitting in these desks. I used to sit right there on the side. in 2017, graduated in 2018, and went to work at Blueprint about a year after my graduation. So one of the beautiful things about community access is the way that it embraces its people to be in many roles. So I remember sitting in this room and thinking that I was never going to work, like I'm here, somehow I'm going to take it one step at a time, but I'm not going to be able, there's no way I'm going to be able to work. I'm just going to see what happens. And it's been a really amazing experience to be here, to be supporting people and to see community access through so many different roles, to get to see all the classes that come in, to get to meet all of you. And I just wish you the best of luck as you venture into this class. And congratulations to Community Access.
I was here 3 weeks ago, and just looking at you all today and hearing about what has happened amongst you in these weeks just reminds me that this is really a place where miracles happen. And it's just really beautiful to see. I think one of the things, when you work in mental health or you live with a mental health concern, you get exposed to like a lot of ideas or thoughts. And one of the things, a phrase that I heard, I think it was probably about 10 or 12 years ago, was that the opposite of despair, it's not hope, it's connection. And I think everything that you all said today just reminded me of how deeply true that is, that when we take that risk to show ourselves to other people and be that courageous, we can change and change our trajectory. So thank you all for sharing. We have cake.